Hello, this is Tanya with Marshall Reddick Real Estate. I am so excited to share about our investing in Florida, how over the years I've continued to see appreciation and lots of cash flow for our clients. Getting ready to dive in a little bit more about who we are as a company, Marshall Reddick Real Estate. As you can see below our name, we have real estate, property management, and private lending. And the reason for that is we are a licensed brokerage, which makes it possible for our investors to invest across the United States in the 16 different markets that we're in. Not only that, but once we help you analyze and pick that perfect property, we're able to connect you directly to our property management team that then babysits that property that you just purchased so that we can get a qualified tenant in place. Private lending, now that's something that's really fun and different. If you are all maxed out on your conventional lending, you can lend your money to make money anywhere between 8 to 12% on your funds that's specifically secured by real estate. If you're interested in that, love to chat a little bit more with you on another call. This is specifically about Florida and how we can make your money work for you. But throughout that process, as you can see, we have real estate brokers, contractors, property managers, CPAs, insurance agents, 1031 exchange accommodators, and so much more. I've basically done over 600 transactions and been with the company for over 7 years now. So it's been amazing. And I've seen so much in our markets, ups and downs, and we're still here. We've been in business for over 30 years now. I personally am a California licensed broker, which means I can help you buy and sell your California real estate, as well as mentor you to invest out of state. Went to school, Cal State Long Beach, and that was definitely a great experience. A lot of my business professors worked in their field, and I took away so much so I can dive into the numbers with you to help you understand how to analyze investments further. But let me continue on. That was me. Like I shared, I've been with the company for 7 years. Been a broker since 2012. I average 7 sales per month, 85 per year, and this number needs to increase, but because this slide was done a while ago, so I'm definitely over 600 now. But what I do as an advisor, right? So this is my beginning to end, how I can help you get to where you want to be. So I hold a call with you, get some goal setting, evaluate options that apply to you. Then we decide when's the best time for you to get into the market and what type of property you want to be, the what, setting your criteria. That's what I really specialize in. And, getting you to the markets that will achieve what it is that you want from a property. And then most importantly, we have trusted key players for specific roles in an order that helps you maximize your investment strategies with us. So why are we in specific markets, right? We're in Florida because the job market is strong, the vacancy rate is low, our turnaround time with our trusted property management team minimizes those turnover times by pre-screening amazing tenants and having long-term leases, which is key, right? Less turnover, the better for you. Economic diversity, meaning it's not like a Detroit where there's one industry, it has multiple industries. The housing affordability is much better than other areas. Landlord friendly, Florida is absolutely landlord friendly, so not in the tenant's favor if they decide not to pay. Strong education, meaning there are universities nearby, and also this is, I can't stress enough, the property management is so key. So very excited. I've worked on multiple deals with Terry and Ken. Ken is the fire chief down there in the area of Cape Coral, Lehigh Acres, and Terry Duffy is our agent. And man, she is amazing at getting the best deals. Her ear is to the ground, and so many agents and brokers in the area are familiar with Terry and come to Terry directly for a lot of conversations so that we can help you guys get the best deals out there, sometimes even before they hit the market. But even if they're on the market, she definitely is there to help you guys, negotiate and get the best deals, which I've seen time and time again. I have the most repeat purchases in this market, really close to a couple others, but they far exceed in so many ways. And you're going to get to learn a little bit more about Ken and Terry on this call. So without much more ado, I want to introduce Ken and Terry.
Well, all right, Tanya, thanks for the introduction. We'll take it from here. So we just want to welcome everybody to the webinar. I hope everybody's doing okay out in Southern California, and whoever else may be on the webinar. If you're in lockdown mode, just know this too shall pass. Everything will be okay. What I want to talk about tonight a little bit before we get started, obviously Terry and I have been with Marshall Reddick since 2004. We've purchased many properties ourselves. We've been in the market. We are currently just broke ground on another house yesterday. So we're kind of looking at it as this bubble, so to speak, is not going to stop us from moving forward and positive. Everything in the market down here is still strong. So everything's doing well. The market obviously is going to be affected by a lot of exterior, pressures. What it will, and what we discussed in our team meeting this morning with Marshall Reddick, we brought in all of our markets on a webinar or in a team phone meeting, is that I think it's going to create a softening in the market as far as we're going to be kind of turning towards a buyer's market. There are a lot of great opportunities down here in the Southwest Florida market. There has been. So we're going to continue to monitor things down here with regards to the price swings. Terry's gotten some feedback from some of the builders. There are some builders right now that are going to be adjusting their prices accordingly. And I think that's just to basically deal with the changing market to try to move some of the inventory they have. So if you're looking to purchase another property in Florida, you've been a past buyer, now's the time to give Terry a call and see what's going on and see what we have available. And we'll get right into the area that we cover is Southwest Florida, Fort Myers, the Cape Coral area, Sanibel, Fort Myers Beach, Estero, and Bonita Springs. We are specifically talking about the Cape Coral market, which is really exploding now, and it has been for the last 2 years with regards to commercial real estate. Lehigh Acres is a bedroom community, a little smaller to the east of Cape Coral. The Florida population is really booming. It's continually growing. The population will probably be around probably by 2023, somewhere in the neighborhood of 26 million. So we have a strong economy, and we're continued to move forward. So the market centers that we mostly deal with is Lehigh Acres and Cape Coral. Cape Coral being probably where most of the sales, I'd say 80% of the sales take place. We do some advertising, and we're starting to move into the Port Charlotte market. That area is seeing an amazing boom in commercial real estate with regards to condos and big venues that are taking place. A lot of the commercial real estate has been bought, and it's now in the planning stages of putting in some pretty big venues to the north of us. But Cape Coral along the Pine Island corridor, there's a lot of infrastructure being put in with regards to buildings. There's be a few videos in the PowerPoint that you guys can watch. They're very current of what's going on in our market with regards to commercial real estate to help support the housing boom down here. City of Fort Myers continues to grow. The Luminary Hotel is done. That shall be opening up down by the convention center, and the convention center is currently under a massive renovation. So the downtown city area is really coming to fruition as far as growth down there, and restaurants and shops are continuing to open up and just kind of create a great atmosphere for people to live and eat and visit and shop in the lower Fort Myers area down on the river. So population boom, roughly 900 people are moving to Florida every day. Now that was by the local newspress.com. That's a resource you guys can use as well to kind of see what's going on in our area. That's roughly 906 people are moving into the state every day. 330,000 moved to Florida last year. That's pretty much equal to the size of Orlando. So the state is continuing to grow. We're number 3 in the nation, and the numbers continue to grow as people move into the lifestyle down here in South Florida with regards to no sales tax, no state tax, very favorable investment guidelines with regards to owning real estate down here. So why invest in Florida? Water, weather, and taxes. It's a great lifestyle. A lot of corporations are moving their employees down here because they feel if they have healthy employees, they'll have productive employees, and the weather and the water is really like no other place down in South Florida. We have probably 360 days of sunshine. Every day the sun's shining down here. No state income tax. It's a landlord-friendly state with regards to you investors, which means the eviction process is very easy to move forward with if you have a tenant that winds up being delinquent. They favor the landlords down here. So there's a lot of contractual issues that you can get with Travis on and speak to him about how that works with regards to renting your property once you make a purchase. Job diversity down here, we're seeing a lot of moves towards younger tech-driven companies. Aviation, medical research, and manufacturing of medical equipment is becoming very popular down here. Also information technology. And then, of course, as businesses move down here, we have to have the residential construction boom, which is what's going on now. There's a lot of residential building going on. Commercial construction is there to support it, so it kind of has an accumulative effect as far as what's going on in our market. The residents are moving in for jobs, they need housing, they rent your house, they build a house, then commercial has to support all the people that are moving to our area. Cape Coral's pushing right against 200,000. So, and then of course we always have the consistent tourism that comes in every single year with our snowbirds that come down right after Thanksgiving, and they just pour a lot of money into the real estate market with purchases and rentals, and they usually wind up going back to the north when spring hits up there. So tourism is always a backbone for the Florida industry as far as bringing money into the state of Florida. The Chamber of Commerce in 2019 ranked Florida among the top best states for business. Cape Coral being one of them. Forbes ranked them, I think, 8th or 9th in the nation. So just a couple photos here of the area locally. To the left is the Naples Pier, and then you got Fort Myers Beach, and then you got your typical pier that you'll find in every single access to the beach down here in South Florida. So just a little colorful stuff. Fort Myers added 4,300 new private sector jobs last year alone in Fort Myers. The Naples area added about 700, and that's all coming from the economic opportunity websites locally. The industry with the highest growth was Fort Myers. They added professional and business services with 2,100 jobs being created. The state of Florida overall created 31,500 private sector jobs just in 1 month as of January 21. So February and March's numbers haven't been posted yet. So, but there is a lot of job opportunity down here in those sectors. Unemployment currently sits at 2.1% in the Fort Myers and the Cape Coral area. It has the lowest job rate in 5 counties that border us in the Southwest Florida region. And the Florida Department of Economic Opportunity is the one posting the information. So everything that I post stat-wise is current to the website, current to the webinars. Usually I update everything a couple of days prior to. So the labor force grew in the entire state by 179,000 workers. That's a 1.7% job growth. That's a really good, strong job growth rate when you rate it across other regions in the nation. So education and health services grew by 34,000 jobs. This is specifically speaking to the entire state of Florida. Professional and business grew 29,000 positions. Trade and transportation, and the numbers go down all the way so on. Construction grew by 21,000, and then leisure and hospitality was number 2 with 29,000 jobs total created in the state just last year. Oops, let me jump back one slide. With the growth in our area, we're constantly seeing more need for hospitals, trauma centers, everything down here to handle the aging community and the young communities coming in. So this hospital opened up last year in South Lee County. It's a large hospital. They're expanding on it now. They're going to be adding more. So nursing programs are real big down here. We have 2 major colleges that are supplying nursing programs so that these local hospitals, Cape Coral and Lee Memorial, will be working in conjunction with the colleges to get their nursing people from the actual programs that the colleges supply. So they're resourcing their employees from the college, right out of college. So. All right, so the 2 big universities that we have in South Florida is Florida Southwestern and Florida Gulf Coast University. They are very large universities that are growing in leaps and bounds. They both have huge student loads, and their majors that these colleges specialize in is Florida Gulf Coast University is big into water management and nursing, and Florida Southwestern they're all diverse colleges or universities, but they are majoring in nursing programs. And like I said earlier in the PowerPoint, the reason being is that the health and services industry down here are just constantly looking for talent and new places to go and get their employees. So the 2 colleges are where they go, and they have partnerships with the colleges with internships, so they can pull college students right after graduation and put them into full-time positions. Bloomberg report in 2019, state-to-state data from the IRS and the U.S. Census Bureau shows that Florida is a huge winner as more and more of the wealthy move out of the northern states. My mom lives on Long Island up in New York, and she's getting taxed to death, and probably in the next 2 years, she's going to look to move down here. She's tired of paying high property tax. She pays about $15,000 a year, which I'm sure California pays similar prices on a very small ranch home. Florida nets $17.2 billion from inbound moves coming from Connecticut, New York, and New Jersey. So the high taxing states, the people are tired of being just beat to death on the taxes. So that's just strengthening our economy with more people moving to the southern part of our state or down south to Florida. Some of the big corporations that are moving here, Florida and South Florida and the Lee County Economics group, they are constantly giving big corporations massive tax incentives to move their world headquarters here. Hertz moved down here in 2015, and they continue to develop their campus. Genomics is building a state-of-the-art oncology laboratory in Fort Myers in the south part of Lee County. It's going to be their global headquarters. Genomics, if you look them up, they're everywhere. So it's just another good, solid corporation headquarters down here, and they're moving down for the favorable tax environment. So jobs. That's why all these companies are moving down here. They're looking to relocate. Amazon just opened up its first distribution center in Southwest Florida, which is huge for the area. It's adjacent to the international airport. The airport itself is going through growing pains as well. They just broke ground on an $80 million control tower. They're adding another runway, 2 runways, and Amazon is literally taking a foothold in the airport, right very close to the industrial park, which is growing as well next to the airport. So a lot of growth. They basically, I think, have a 60,000 square foot distribution facility. They're looking to expand it to 200,000 and add more employees. But it's great for the area as far as job growth. Our area is just really, really growing with jobs. So this is a slide that I made a couple years ago when Hertz showed up. They've been here. They consistently grow. They're looking to add another 1,700 jobs by 2020, and they're having job fairs consistently, adding employees on. They're a great company to work for. They got a really nice, huge world headquarters on, I believe it's 175 acres in South Lee County. They too are moved out of the high taxing area. They came from New Jersey, and not all of their employees came with them. So when they came down here, it was great for the area because they held a job fair and they hired like 250 people in one weekend. JetBlue Ballpark is, as well as 2 other ballparks in the area. We have a huge spring training presence down here. So these areas are seeing massive growth next to them. Hotels and food stores and everything are going up. So this is JetBlue Park. It's just one of the major training centers that have been built. The Twins baseball, way up in Fort Myers, not too far from here, they have another facility, and that also is growing, going through some changes. Port Charlotte is starting another one, and they are in the process of renovating their ball fields up there for the huge amount of spring trained people that come down. What it really does, it pulls a ton of revenue into the area for jobs as far as hotels, restaurants, everything really takes off during the spring training season. So we look forward to that every year, just pouring money, dumping money into the local economy for local businesses. Some information on the airport. I changed these statistics. 10 million annual passengers locally come through the airport every single year, approximately 1.2 million monthly yearly passengers, not monthly, and 11,000 flights every single month are leaving from the airport. The airport, like I said, just broke ground on an $80 million control tower and adding more runways. So the construction phase of the control tower will support more than 300 jobs, and the operation of the tower is planned to be open in 2020. So that's really good for the airport. There's a lot of commercial construction going on in the airport. UPS, FedEx, they used to fly, or they still do, but they fly a little bit into this area because into the airport, they don't have the infrastructure to handle the amount of flights that FedEx and UPS and all the large cargo couriers want to do. So they're expanding the airport. Right now, a majority of the freight that comes into our area comes either out of Tampa, which is 2 hours to the north, or comes out of Miami or Fort Lauderdale, which is about an hour and a half to the east of us. So either way, the airport's growing, and we're just going to see more and more jobs being poured into the area to support these companies expanding locally. ARTHREX Medical Center, it's another medical company that they basically manufacture hip joints, knee joints, shoulder joints. They just got done building this facility in Collier County, which is in Naples. Huge facility. It's going to basically create a bunch of jobs. It is right now currently. It's in the process of doing a soft opening now, but they spent $100 million on 2 massive buildings that will just do research, create patents, and then continue to do business. They're basically in every single market in the world. They manufacture, like I said, hip replacements, any kind of joint that the human body has, and they ship them all over the world to be surgically inserted into people. So they're a great company. They're very diverse. There's a lot of support that is needed to support a company of this magnitude in the area. So in Fort Myers, along the river, is where a lot of the action's going on. These are just some of the high rises that will be coming out of the ground in the future. There's over $500 million of residential and commercial investment just in the Fort Myers River District. Fort Myers is also called the City of Palms. If you want to get some more information about this area, you could just go to the downtownriverdistrict.com, and you'll see everything that's being planned. When we drive through Fort Myers on our way to Cape Coral to look at properties or do inspections, we're constantly seeing areas being cleared for buildings and high rises. The upper left-hand one is the Luminary Hotel. That was a brand new hotel that is just finished, hopefully opening up in August. It's adjacent to the Harborside Convention Center, and it's going to be a real added draw for the downtown area. So a lot of jobs and a lot of construction, a lot of money is pouring into Fort Myers. Gartner is a big IT information company. They opened up a new campus in 2019 right close to the airport in a new venture called Skyplex, which is a mixed-use commercial facility. It's basically 1,100 acres that's dedicated for buildings and companies that support anything and everything that have to do with air travel, freight, cargo, you name it. So Gartner right now employs more than 1,200 people. It anticipates growing to more than 2,300 associates by 2022. So another great company, another solid company in our area. So what we'll do is we're going to play a little short video here of City of Palmsville to give you an idea of what the area is like.
It's very business friendly here.
When I came down to Lee County, I found it to be more like a family than a business.
There's so much to offer down here.
It's a wonderful place to live.
Why would you choose to take your business to the beach? Not every beach destination fits the bill for business success, but Lee County is different. Part of it is lifestyle, yes, but who wouldn't want to live near the beach in perfect weather? But then there's the other side to the story. Lee County is a proven business opportunity, a booming business destination.
We've proven you can be a successful business and work in Lee County. We're a $2.8 billion company.
Gartner can see being here for a long, long time as a partner with Lee County and continuing to expand our business.
I think we're not only the best place in the state of Florida to do business, I think we're one of the best places in the country to do business.
Lee County is home to nearly 700,000 residents and hosts 5 million visitors each year, making it a prime location for emerging companies to flourish. In fact, last year we experienced another exceptional year in business growth. Whether relocating from another state or looking for market diversification, Lee County is a magnet for business. Part of the renowned Florida State University system, Florida Gulf Coast University attracts talent and educates workers right here in Lee County, along with 9 other post-secondary schools in the region.
So I would say come spend some time. Take your family, go to the beaches, try the restaurants, look at the nightlife, all the things that you like to do, and get a feel for it, because once you do that, it's very hard to go back.
Lee County offers a perfect blend of lifestyle and business opportunities.
The higher quality the businesses are that relocate to Lee County, the greater the economic impact. And good business relocation attracts other good business relocation.
Lower business costs, including no state income tax.
We want your business in Lee County.
Lee County is a pro-business environment.
Technology, corporate headquarters, education, or manufacturing, Lee County is where business is trending. To find out more, go to leecountybusiness.com to see the opportunity that awaits.
All right, so that's just a little short video and kind of give you an idea of the area. Picture's worth 1,000 words. So Skyplex, we had talked about the large development, 1,100 acres just north of the airport. It's zoned multi-use commercial, light industrial, manufacturing, aviation infrastructure and development. In the foreground, you can see the airport right there. That's the old air traffic control tower. There'll be a new one somewhere over here. And all of this acreage will have multi-use commercial, anything to support the airport, basically, with regards to freight and business. And here's another short video on Skyplex.
Southwest Florida. We're known for our sunny weather, our beautiful beaches and waterways, and one of the best places to play in the country. People travel from all over the world to experience what this vacation destination has to offer, and with good reason. But did you know that we're also known as a great place to do business? Hertz, Chico's, Gartner, and ARTHREX all call Southwest Florida home because of our quality of life and affordable cost of living. If you're a developer considering a major retail development or a business with thoughts of relocating your headquarters, Skyplex is the perfect place. Skyplex has more than 1,000 acres of contiguous airport land that's zoned and ready to develop for retail, office, or industrial use. Located within a foreign trade zone, Skyplex has the infrastructure and room to grow that very few locations offer. Skyplex also has an additional 240 acres that are zoned for aviation development, a well-maintained 35-acre ramp that is capable of accommodating wide-body aircraft, as well as the necessary infrastructure in place to include parking and roadways. Skyplex, why not work where you love to play?
All right. So moving on to Cape Coral, predominantly where most of the real estate transactions are taking place, the property values, because Cape is surrounded by water, continue to appreciate at a nice rate. Cape Coral is basically nicknamed the waterfront wonderworld. It has over 400 miles of boating canals that run throughout the landmass area. It's about 120 square miles. Real estate provides access to the Gulf of Mexico. www.capecoral.net is a great website to write down. Jot that one down, and you guys can log on to that and then just kind of look at the area. There's plenty of resources on that website for you to learn more about the area. Cape Coral metro area ranked 9th on the Forbes list in 2018 as one of America's fastest growing cities. It's the second largest city in the state of Florida in terms of land mass. Population continues at a steady pace with an estimated population of 189,000, expected to hit 200,000 in the coming year, which we're pretty much right there now. And it's fueling a lot of commercial growth, which in turn supports all the residents moving to the area. The photo that you see is typical of the whole entire Cape Coral. You can see those wide blue areas. Those are canals. And basically people build their houses, they put their boats in the backyard, and then they're able to access the Gulf of Mexico through the back of their house. Just jump on the boat and go. It's a great lifestyle down there. A couple more photos, Cape Coral shots. The upper left is Cape Harbor. Cape Harbor. A lot of restaurants and shops down along the water with the high rises. The two bridges that access Cape Coral, the left, bottom left, and upper right. They're thinking about putting a third bridge into Cape Coral because of the amount of traffic that comes off the Cape to work in Fort Myers and vice versa. So the bottom right-hand picture is a typical shot of what it looks like on these canals. They're anywhere from 150 feet wide to over 200 foot wide. They range in depth from 10 to 20 feet. So pretty much any size boat would fit in that area if you so choose to live in that type of environment. So the Cape Coral Commercial Corridor, when we talk about a lot of the commercial development that's going on to support all the residents and new people moving to Florida, it's called the Pine Island Corridor. Just in the past probably 4 years, all the building, these business names that you see on the bottom in the box, the shaded box, are companies that have moved into the area and built big commercial investments. The Nissan dealership just opened up about 6 months ago, as well as the Toyota. So there's Lowe's, Outback, they're all building. Target put a new facility up, Sam's Club. So the shaded area in purple here that you see runs, this basically, Pine Island Road cuts Cape Coral in half from the north to the south. And along that 6-lane highway, there's just all the major commercial stuff going on. So there is over $350 million worth of commercial real estate on the books for 2020, and that's just breaking ground in 2020. So we were just up there today vetting some properties, and there's just constantly, land being cleared and projects opening up. So every time we drive up there, we see a lot of huge swaths of land being cleared with construction equipment. Here's another one, the South Cape. I don't know why this box is cut off up here, but This is downtown Cape Coral. This is in the southern part of Cape Coral. And basically what they're doing is the shaded areas in yellow are single family, multifamily, mixed use. This whole area that you see shaded in different colors is going under a redevelopment. They're going to be adding high rises. They're looking to take these areas and improve them with new residential homes, as well as the existing ones that are already in this area. But the shaded area is considered a redevelopment zone, so there's a lot of money being poured into the area. And this golf course that you see in the center here off a country club, it's been abandoned for a couple of years now. They're going to make it into a state, or they're going to make it into a park, a local park for the residents of Cape Coral, which is always a good thing. More park space. Cape Coral is home to about 15 or 20 state parks. They got parks everywhere throughout the 120 mile an hour Cape, 120 mile Cape. This one just got the green light about 6 months ago. We drove past the area, downtown Village Square. They knocked down, I don't know, probably 30 or 40 old buildings. It's going to be a mixed use project consisting of 152 residential units, 251,000 square foot of commercial development, public square, and a parking garage that'll hold roughly about 1,000 cars. This is kind of the norm of what's going on in South Florida when they build high-rise residentials with commercial shopping and restaurants and bistros on the lower floor. So people move in, they really don't even have to take their car out of the garage to get everything that they need within walking distance. So this one here is a green light. There's another one coming up that we've got a photo of, and there's another video. It's called Bimini Basin, another big project, all based around water. This is the commercial development. The first phase is going to be shaded over here in the green, and all of this property that you see down on this basin right here is all going to be redeveloped. And then they're going to build a bridge right across the canal here, and then this whole entire park is going to have shopping and residential buildings to house residents. And so that's another big project. You'll find all of these on the website on www.capecoral.net. So there's plenty. You can spend hours just reading on the commercial and residential development that's going on in Cape Coral. So it's pretty much hit every single sector of Cape Coral, the east, the west, the north, and the south. So a lot of residents are moving in the area, and these developers and builders sense that. So here's another video, Cape Coral. We'll show you this one here to give you an idea what's going on with the commercial development. And we'll play that one right now.
Welcome to the city of Cape Coral, Florida. My name is Ricardo Noguera. I serve as the city's economic development manager. The city is witnessing unprecedented growth. We're now the 8th largest city in the state of Florida, and we're also experiencing a 2% annual growth rate, representing one of the fastest growing cities in the entire U.S. The city offers enormous opportunities for city-owned properties as well as privately owned properties for developers to acquire and invest in our community. I look forward to hearing from you and working with you on investing in the city of Cape Coral.
I'm Carrie Krieg. I'm the owner of Fishtail Grill down here in the South Cape. We started as a little lunch spot and evolved into a full-blown seafood restaurant. Over the years, we've watched the growth. We've gone from 20 employees to 70 employees. It's been a pretty amazing ride. We love having a restaurant down here in the South Cape. Now that it's a walkable destination and the streetscape is completed, it's an amazing place to come for dinner, a couple drinks out after. It's just a great place to come down and visit.
Hello, I'm Joe Termini, General Manager of Big Blue Brewing in South Cape. Every Friday night we have live music starting at 8:30. Usually we pack out the house. Everyone's having a great time dancing away. The Streetscape project It was absolutely amazing. They did a beautiful job down here on the roads. So it's definitely going to draw some more business down here. More restaurants opening up, more of a nightlife. You have a lot more people moving in the area and just enjoying their weekends down here.
My name is Adam Anderson. I'm the Assistant Video Director at Caldwell & Kerr Advertising here in Cape Coral. What I love about Cape Coral is that there's always some type of event going on. There's always something for my kids to do. The parks are fantastic. The food is excellent. We go to the nightlife. Some of the restaurants right down here, right downtown is excellent.
My name is Rebecca and I'm a product specialist at Mercola. I love the people here because everybody's just happy and friendly. Cape Harbor is one of my favorite places to go and just walk along the water. And there's a lot to do here, and especially with the eclectic, diverse restaurants.
Recently, we've had the Chrysler dealership open on the Pine Island corridor. Right across the street is Nissan, is under construction now. A while back, we had Sam's Club, which has been one of their top performing stores in the country. Also, Outback has been very excited. They're in the top 5. So that's prompted my developer to develop a mixed-use site on the Pine Island corridor. We're calling it the Pine Island Village. It's going to be a village setting, which mixed use with retail and office, and also a potential site in the rear for a hotel.
The type of uses that you're going to find at Pine Island Village is a Class A. Well, let me take that back. It's not Class A, it's Class AAA. It's going to be one of the gorgeous office buildings you're going to find in the city of Cape Coral. The retail uses are unique. Each building, each retail use has its own architectural element. So it is a village. It is surrounded with 3 buildings like in a U shape with a fountain in the middle and gazebo. The village atmosphere brings amenities to commercial use, brings opportunities, brings marketing for local tenants. As a past city planner, I was always involved in land use and zoning and projecting where the future growth is going to be in the city. And that's why I decided Pine Island Corridor, the west side, is starting to be the next one to move in the city of Cape Coral.
My name is Steve Rye. I'm the CEO for Mercola. We've hired over 100 employees here in Cape Coral. Most of them were found locally. The workforce here is very talented, not just in terms of skill set, but they're also genuinely good people. I think we found a great home here, and I would encourage any business to look at locating to Cape Coral.
My name is Edward. I'm one of the IT analysts here for the Mercola newsletter team. What I like about working at Mercola is the horizontal work structure we have here. Really promotes easy collab with other departments.
The business retention and expansion opportunities here in Cape Coral are available to local businesses as well as those businesses that are expanding here from other areas of the state and beyond. And we can customize an incentive package to assist your company. There are enormous opportunities for the workforce when they are not at work to enjoy the great outdoors, whether it's kayaking, boating, swimming, ecotourism. There are a wide variety of things to do in the Cape Coral market area when you're not working. We offer a great work-life balance.
I'm Jenny. I'm a dropship coordinator at Mercola. What we love about Cape Coral is that it's very family-oriented. The schools are wonderful. The community is great. My son gets to play baseball year-round in Cape Coral. The weather is amazing. Coming from Chicago, the winters are just beautiful.
I'm Jenna. I moved here from California, and I'm a graphic designer. Cape Coral's great. There's water everywhere, and I love to go kayaking with my son. It's fun just to get outside with him, and there's wildlife everywhere.
All right, so that video was a little bit longer. The other ones will not be as long, but that's a great video on what's happening down here. So Cape Coral is a metropolitan statistical area, is one of the nations in job growth leading. Lee County has a population of 750,000. We usually grow to about 1.4 to 1.5 million when the snowboards come down. There's usually more than 1.3 million annual visitors just to our local area that spend about 1.2 billion. So local year-round population spikes more than 14%, or the local year-round population has spiked more than 14% from 2012 to 2016, and it will continue through 2020. So we got a lot of people moving to the area, a lot of houses being built, a lot of jobs being created. Lehigh Acres is a small bedroom community to the east of Cape Coral, about 35 minutes. It's one of the largest residential communities in Lee County. It has a population of about 100,000 as of 2019. Very affordable property out there. So there's a lot of opportunities in Lehigh at a lower price point. It's 96 square miles, residential community growing. It's the highest elevation in Lee County. So any property that you purchase out there will not have flood insurance, which helps with the cash flow for the investment. According to the numbers from Lee County Appraiser's office, their values went up in Lehigh Acres over the past year, 15.9%. So there's opportunities out there. We just got to look for them and figure out what fits your portfolio. The next slide coming up is a project that's going up in Port Charlotte. Allegiance is the owner of an airline company in Port Charlotte. There's a lot of new construction going on in Port Charlotte. So if you're interested in possibly making a purchase up there, get a hold of Terry, and you can talk to her about some options up in the Port Charlotte area. We took this picture about a month ago, and this is a huge high-rise condominium complex going up on the Port Charlotte Harbor, which is right across the river from Fort Myers. So a lot of good opportunities up there as well. It's a very growing area. So the city of Labelle is ready for growth. It's a small, sleepy, small community, which is east of Lehigh Acres, about a half hour. So it's way inland. It's got a 15 square mile radius with a population of 4,600 residents. There's opportunity out there as well for new houses. There is really no housing out there. So anything that we have built out there, and if you talk to Terry about it, they've been renting very well. They are single family homes, and they are on quarter-acre home sites. So if you're interested in getting in at a very good price out there in Labelle, just give Terry a call or shoot her an email. And this is a little video on Labelle.
There's just no place like Labelle.
It's old Florida,
Yeah.
Labelle is very peaceful.
Beautiful.
Bodacious.
Natural.
Inviting.
Warm.
Welcome. It's an interior heartland city, heavy in agriculture, and just a strong moral fabric of the people.
I just fell in love with the town, the city, and the people, really.
Well, in a place like this, you make friends very quickly and very easily. Like I said, people are very pleasant here.
They introduced themselves and gave us their phone numbers and said, if you need anything at all, anytime, we are here. And I was shocked because where we had lived in the past, we didn't even know our neighbors' names, much less have a contact for them.
Just kind-hearted people. People really look out for each other. And the town and county, you know, Labelle specifically, it's beautiful. It's peaceful, it's quiet. I just really love it here.
The people in Labelle are very genuine. They are compassionate, supportive.
We're a lot of different people living together very well.
You know, we both work, so a lot of evenings we don't cook. We just go right down the street and eat at a local restaurant. And of course, we see a lot of people we know. We talk to people and visit, and it's a nice environment.
We were always longing back for that simple culture, a place where you're in a smaller community and people truly care about each other and you can make a difference.
I chose to live on the river, which is affordable in Labelle. Unlike some of the other coastlines, you can be on the water at an affordable price.
My home on the river down here is my haven. As long as I can get back there, I know everything's going to settle out and be fine, because that's where I feel the most peace, the most warmth.
I've lived in many different places. I've lived in different cultures. I've been comfortable in many places, but I've never really looked at any place as this is truly where I belong until we moved here.
It's so affordable and so easy to do business. We've been buying some of the older buildings in town, making improvements, trying to make them cool and fun and good atmospheres.
I don't know what it is about these 4 blocks. You know, there's 4 blocks here. And I drove by, I saw the building, and just fell in love with it.
With Labelle, it's how can we help you move faster? How can we help you invest more? How can we participate in a way that would be beneficial for the whole community as well as the project?
We have beautiful access, great access to the coast, to the beaches. You don't have to live there to enjoy it. Julie and I go over on weekends and enjoy the beach, but we enjoy the open space of Hendry County, and we get a little bit of all of it from here. Yeah.
My husband and I, once in a while, will go to Fort Myers, but for the most part, we stay here and enjoy local.
For a family-oriented professional, I don't see a better place than Hendry County.
Labelle is a very nice place, a safe place, and a warm place to raise your family.
We have great hospitals, not just a good education system, but we have tremendous hospitals with the Hendry Regional Medical Center in Clewiston and the clinic that they have here. And it's a good business environment here, and we see a lot of successful startups already.
I think Labelle could be a new start, a beginning for anything you want to make it.
I see the community continuing to blossom and grow, and incorporate and encourage, you know, the young entrepreneurs and young professionals and young families that are moving here, because they are starting to recognize, you know, the great atmosphere that is in Labelle.
It's majestic.
No matter how big it gets, I think it will always be a small town Labelle.
At the end of the day, I go home almost every day. We have a glass of wine out on the sunset, right outside my back door.
All right, so moving right along here. So this is an MSA, which is a market statistical area analysis, and really basically the gist of this chart is we can see the run up in real estate in 2004 through 2008, where it crashed down at the bottom, 2009. So basically the gist of this chart is that we're consistently growing up and going up into 2018. On the right-hand side over here on the columns, you can look at some of the appreciation for the market statistic area. So we've had some really good returns in 13, 14. So properties were coming back up and stabilizing. We're basically in the anywhere from 3 to 7% appreciation on a annual basis in our market. And I think what we're going to be moving into is properties. Here's a detailed market packet. If you guys have not gone on the Marshall Reddick website, I encourage you guys to do for the first time listeners, marshallreddick.com, Cape Coral. You can download a free copy of this. You can look at the data that's on there. Of course, we have all of the previous webinars downloaded onto the website as well. And feel free to get on the website and look around and get educated on how to invest. So we have some hand-picked income properties for the investors. My wife Terry's going to come into the webinar now, and she's going to talk about the properties that are on the website now currently that she has in inventory. And we'll move on to that next slide, and hopefully they'll be up. So this is the first property, and I'm going to give it over to Terry.
This is one of our Labelle houses. Labelle to me is like a little Hallmark town. Guys, you probably won't get that, but the girls will all know what I'm talking about. This is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath with a garage. This is the only one that we currently have with the garage. The other ones that we have on our website are actually 4-bedroom, 2-bath, and you're going to see one of them on here next. But Kenny had mentioned anything that we have done in Labelle. We've done about 15 of these over the past year and a half, 2 years, and every single one of them has been rented within 30 days of us closing on the properties, just due strictly to the demand out there. But they're brand new bills, so the insurance is low. There's no flood insurance on those, so they have a really good, if you look at the monthly income as far as, you know, money returns is great. They all of them have granite countertops. All of them have the nice luxury vinyl floor that has like a 30-year lifetime on them. They all come with window blinds. They're on city water, but they do have a septic for the sewer system. Excuse me. So, but they've already got a whole highway expansion plan that's going to go into Labelle into the coming years. So this is going to be a really, really good place to get in first. There's about 4 builders out there right now, and we are working with the builder who gives us the lowest price out of any of them out there by literally by $25,000 and $30,000. This here is the other one I was talking about. These have done so great. This is 4-bedroom, 2-bath. This one here was actually under contract, and it fell out of contract for one of the buyers because he had to sell another house that didn't get sold. So this one has already had the inspection done. So if anybody wants to grab this one, it's going to save you $495 on the inspection. I also have an appraisal for one exactly like this that was sold by another agent on the MLS, and it sold for $184,000. So if you're interested and you actually want to see written proof, I would be glad to send out that appraisal to you. So we're getting these basically $25,000 under what they're selling on the MLS. We've got, I believe, 4 or 5 of these left on the Marshall Reddick website, and that'll be the end of that. I don't think we'll get any more of those for the $160,000 price, just because of what's going on around here. So these are, I mean, these are priced for anybody's budget. And it's a great place. Like I said, the builder on these actually had people walking onto his construction sites asking to put down deposits so they could rent them, just due to the demand out there. All right. This is what we have up in Port Charlotte. This is the last one of these right now. It's a duplex. These are absolutely gorgeous. 6-bedroom, 2-bath. They're, you know, 2,500 square feet, so $1,250 on each side. Same thing. They come with, you know, full stainless packages, upgraded fixtures inside. They're also on city water, and you get a septic system with the, you know, for the sewer system. They come with the lawn irrigation system, and these are renting for about $1,300 to $1,350 per unit. So they're getting higher rents than Cape Coral is, and they're actually lower priced than new builds in Cape Coral. So these are absolutely gorgeous. But like I said, this is the last one we have right now. Whether the builder's going to build more of these after he completes, we've got 4 of these under contract right now. One of them that's closing next week. So it's just a new territory. So we're rolling into, but look at the monthly incomes, like huge on this, $880 a month. There is a voluntary HOA fee on these. It's $75, but this is in an area called South Gulf Cove, and it's got, I think, like 9 walking trails. It's got 9 or 15 canals going through it, and all the canals, they feed into a lake, and the lake is actually golf access. When you get into golf access stuff like in Cape Coral, I mean, the price just, jumps up $100 grand. There's a dry boat storage in this community. There's parks, there's basketball hoops, there's like really, really nice bathrooms in the community parks, like if you would go into, a state park or something like that. So they keep this area really nice. And they're building brand new homes in there that start in the 400s and go up. This one here is scheduled to be completed at the end of June. Also, just back to Labelle for just a moment. Those little houses in Labelle, the 4-bedroom, 2-bath, are renting for $13.50. Every single one of them has rented for $13.50. So that's higher rent than you get in Lehigh Acres or Cape Coral for a single family home that size. This is a 5-unit property that we just got. This is not on the MLS. It's a pocket listing that another builder's agent that I've worked with, that we have several new build duplexes under contract in Cape Coral, brought this to me last week. These are really, really hard to come by. Anybody that owns anything over a 4-unit is almost impossible to get around here. So we just got this one. He did have it priced at $560. He told me I could have it for $525 if anybody in our group wanted it, just because we've done so many other properties with him. But look at all the pictures on these. They have, I believe, the units have been remodeled. They're super nice inside. They're all titled. The roof is 2004. The current rents are only $900, so they can all be raised up to $1,100, and I believe they're all month to month, so they can be raised as soon as we close on the property. Great income, monthly income, just over $1,800 right here. This is a new build duplex. These are the typical ones that we're doing tons of in Cape Coral. These are such a hot commodity in Cape Coral right now. Literally, the builders cannot build enough of them to keep up with the demand. So we've been doing these for the past year, nonstop. I'm begging for more that I can have to put on the website, just because I would like to have more to give you guys, more to choose from out there. They can only build so fast. We were at 2 of them doing walkthroughs this morning that are supposed to be closing in the next couple weeks. But these are all like, all the new builds in Cape Coral are anywhere from $12 to $12.50 per square feet per unit. They all come with granite countertops. Most of them come with either stainless steel appliances in the kitchen or black appliances in the kitchens. There are utility assessments in Cape Coral. So this particular builder's agent, he's been really good with me, and we've done a lot of negotiating to have the builder pay the assessments at closing. Most of these that come up on the MLS, they have utility assessments balances of anywhere from $8,000 up to $12,000. And most of the builders tack that on and make the buyers pay that at closing, or it can be divided up into your taxes over, I believe, 10 years. So any of these ones that I've got on our website, I've already negotiated that the builder will pay those assessments, so we don't have to. Nice income, over $600 a month income on these. Same thing, since they're brand new, they have low insurance, and they have your standard builder's warranty. I believe that goes, it's for a year, and then the structure is for 10 years. I think I have 2 or 3 of these that are available right now on the website, and it tells you, like right here, this one will be done April or early May. So all of them they're all getting there, but they're not quite there. There might be one left that is completed right now. I lost my arrow. Okay, so Taylor must have done that. This is your basic duplex in Lehigh. Lehigh Acres is going to be lower price than Cape Coral. The difference is Cape Coral's got a lot more going on. It's a lot more developed. It's got a higher income level. They're also, Lehigh Acres is kind of a, it's definitely more of it's a blue collar area, but it's growing leaps and bounds. Kenny was just reading an article this morning that said over the past year, Lehigh Acres went up like 15%, and they're going to be building 2 more schools. And the builders have been building steadily in Cape Coral for about the last 2 years. Now they're starting to make the move into Lehigh also. So now they're all collecting lots, which are going to go up also. But Lehigh Acres is all on well and septic, where Cape Coral, it just depends. Some are on well and septic further up in the north, but in the south, they're on city utilities. The reason the expense comes into play is because the city of Cape Coral started in the south, and they're just going section by section. And when they get to your door, your address, they basically, send you a letter saying, we're going to be putting in city utilities and taking out your septic. As a homeowner, you do not have a choice. They're just doing it, and then they're slapping on an assessment balance of about $25,000 to $30,000, and that is where that assessment comes in with the builders too. Theirs are a little bit lower because they've been paying it off as they've been building. As a buyer, you can pay it all up front if you want to fork out the extra money, or you can have it divided up into your taxes. Lehigh Acres does not have that. They don't have anything on the books as far as transferring over into city utilities at this time. So you have a septic system and you have a water system. So there is a little bit more maintenance cost on that, because the water system that purifies the water that comes out of the ground has to be, you have to have salt in your system. We do recommend that you have the property management company handle that salt. That's what this utilities is for. It's literally for taking care of the water system. You don't have to. You can have your tenants do it, but if you have a tenant that is lazy and doesn't want to spend, $10 on a bag of salt and keep it in your system, they can ruin your host system, and then that is a very high cost to get that fixed. But these and standard basically 3-bedroom, 2-bath, or 3-bedroom, 2-bedroom with a den and 2-bath per unit gets $1,100 a month in rent in Lehigh Acres, and it's been that way for quite a while. So good income still, a little over $800 a month for your income there. They're just a little bit different. Most of these come with, I try to get the ones that have tile flooring. Some do have carpet in there. If you get one with carpet, it may be a little less cost to begin with, and then when it comes time to switch your tenants out, I would highly recommend changing the carpet so you don't have to continue with that maintenance.
Now, for the most important part, meeting our property management team. Marshall Reddick Real Estate is so excited to have them with us. As you can see, they are the local real estate broker and owners. They also invest in real estate themselves. So we are so excited to have them on as people that are capable, first and foremost, do a phenomenal job. Our relationship is so strong. I just can't wait to introduce you to them when the time is right. If you're interested in anything property management related, reach out to me and I'll be happy to help you. Now, what's next, right? We've gone through, and thank you so much for spending your time with us today. What's next is, here is your power team, right? Marshall Reddick makes it easy. You have an advisor like myself. There are many other advisors at this company, so I'm so excited to earn your business. We have lenders that help you get pre-approved in order to understand what your purchasing power is. Number 3, the realtor, Terry, boots on ground, amazing, that just explained all the properties to you. She's so great at negotiating and getting the best deals for you and making sure that you're buying in the right neighborhoods, right? There's always a right and wrong neighborhood. And then the building inspectors, we have our team of people that we've consistently used. You're welcome to use anybody that you like, but why go out of the yellow pages when you have glowing recommendations? So property managers that you met earlier on this call. So on to the next, your power team is here for you. Super powerful, our website. If you didn't come to this event through our website, maybe you came through Eventbrite or meetup.com, go to the source, right? The source has so many tools for you to utilize. Don't pay for education. Just every topic that you want is here on our site already. So just come and enjoy this. Here you can see under our Learn tab, Education, you click on it, this screen will pop up. You have videos, recorded presentations like the one, this one will be recorded and put on our website eventually, right? And then we have our market guides, our financial calculators. If you enjoyed seeing the breakdown of how to analyze properties, feel free to analyze yourself. I'd be happy to walk you through your first one or two to get you, familiar with how to enter the correct data. Anything that you guys want, you would go to events next time on our website and see what's upcoming. But everything can be found on our marshallreddick.com and Learn tab. I think in today's day and age, it's so important to learn who you're working with. Basically, it's a silent interview. Let the public speak to you. Check out our reviews online on Yelp, on Zillow. I am on Zillow right here on our team page. If you want to read my reviews, I would love for you guys to get to know me through my clients before you work with me, right? So I'm excited to get to know you, but I hope you take the time to get to know me. Then we can be a part of this collage, right? One of our happy clients. These are some of my local sales. This is me teaching an event, many events that we used to do in person before COVID-19. Can't wait to actually, I'm such a people person, get back in the rooms with you guys and say hello. A lot of my business is done over the phone anyways, so this isn't too much of a change for me except for in the local industry. So I'm really excited to work with you. Again, my name is Tanya Lorimore. I'm a real estate advisor and broker. Been in real estate since I was little. I'm second generation to this company. My father used to work here. My mom dragged my dad to an event back in the 90s. So we've bought several properties through Marshall Reddick ourselves. I'm a finance major and I love everything real estate. So I'm here to help you. Give me a call directly. This is my cell phone. This is my office number. Both of these, you can get to me via text or a quick call. And if you prefer to put everything in email, right here, tlorimore@marshallreddick.com. Can't wait to meet you and work with you to help you get closer to your goals. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thanks for showing up.
Thank you.